Hi guys, not been on for a while, thought I'd nip back on. I'm going to try out a new product I've got today. I'm going to microneedle in. Anti-wrinkle solution. It's a new one. Argireline. I think that's how you say it. Argireline. It's an anti-wrinkle solution. They sell it in boots in little bottles. You mix it with something else. It's supposed to be like Botox. This is the one that you microneedle into your face. Supposed to be fabulous, so we're going to try it out together today. So what we'll do, they come in these like little vials. I think they're 2 ml vials. We're going to draw it up. Get the top, get that out, get it to drop, because otherwise you're going to lose. So just flick it. It should have a little white. I don't know whether you'll be able to see it. But on these, they normally have. Oh, this doesn't seem to have one, but they normally have a little bobble where you put your finger and you can snap it off, and it snaps off very easily without. It's not got one. Without too much breakage. Remember, when you're using anything like this, use a drawing up needle. Drawing up needles have like a mesh inside the top of the needle. With you using glass vials like that, on some cases it can, I've lost some syringe now, it can, little shards of the glass can come off into the solution. So the best thing to do is always use a drawing up needle. It just ensures that you haven't got any of the glass in it. So let's just draw it up. I'm going to draw it all up, might as well. Draw it all up. I don't think you'd need to use it all. I think you could probably use it as a couple of sessions rather than use it all at once like that. But I need it, so I'm going to use it all. I am going to use it all because I feel like I need it. So get your wiped antiseptic wipe. These are good big ones, these. I've just had this delivered. Ooh. You don't normally get them that big. You've seen the ones I normally use. They're like a little square piece. But this is what you need. You need these big ones. I like this. Take the glasses off. I like this. Make sure you get everywhere with the alcohol wipes, because you're going to be needling into the skin. You're going to need everything sterile. Right. Now this solution, it is supposed to be like a Botox solution. It's supposed to even out your lines and all the rest of it. I've got a lot of lines. I'm getting them here. I don't smoke. I used to. I don't smoke anymore. I've not done for years, but I'm getting lines here. I suffer under my eye, which you'll have heard me mention before, stressing me out. I've done Botox on my head, so I don't really need. Well, I don't really need it there. So let's give it a go. Let's see. So what I normally do, put the lid back on the needle. So you take the needle off. You probably could put the little bits in with needle it in with the normal needle if you wanted to, but we're going to use the microneedling. Every time you use something that's going into your face, into your skin, like I've said before, make sure everything's sterile. Take everything out of a packet. Use your gloves. Because when it's going into your skin, you don't want to take any chances. Everything you do put into your skin when you're microneedling, you might see lots of other people on YouTube, wherever, doing microneedling and putting lotions and potions on. The potions that you put on have to be pure. Nothing with perfume in, especially when you're microneedling into your skin. So off we go. I'm very excited to see whether this does what it says on the packet. Let's go, turn it on. I'm sure you've... So, don't need a needle in. Put it on at the lowest setting at first, which is what, 0.25? I think it's a 0.25. 0.5, you can go up, but around your eyes, keep it on the lowest setting. Especially if you're like me, if I do anything like this immediately around my eyes, I get swelling. Because what they call this here where I am now, on me, they're called malar edemas here, and you can, I don't know whether you can see it. So it's like a little pad here, and when you have things like that, so just a little heads up for people like me, if you go and get anything done under your eye, with needles, with anything, it's going to swell. I can promise you it's going to swell. And this is why I ended up with such a bad problem around this eye, is because I did it to myself. Nobody else did it. I put a little bit of Botox under my eye at the very first. It did not but make me face swell. And what it's left me with is I'm still slightly swollen under there where the pad is. And all the water just draws to that pad. So it leaves you with like a big swelling. And also, because it's swelling and I'm a little bit older, when your skin swells, this is what you have to be careful of a certain age. Let's say after you turning into your 40s, just leaving your 40s. What you have to be careful of is, once the swelling does come up, because you've lost the collagen in your skin, when you're younger, the skin just snaps back. It's fine. You get a bit of swelling, it just snaps back. However, when you're older like me, when the skin swells and stretches, it doesn't snap back. So the wrinkle you was trying to get rid of, you've made a bigger problem, which is what I've done. I've done it under my eye. I've made a bigger problem because both under my eyes swelled, because I did my cheeks as well. So the fluid that has been drawn towards my cheeks with the filler made this part swell. The malar here made that part swell. Again, when the swelling's gone down, it's left me with deeper stretch skin than I had before, which I'm not impressed with, but I did it to myself. So just use it on a 0.25 round your lip there and under your eyes is my advice, especially if you're of a certain age. I mean, I would do it this low whether you're of a certain age or not, to be honest, because you don't want to damage the skin. You know, you want it nice and glowy and all the rest of it, and you want the new skin to come out, but you don't, in the meantime, you don't want to cause it, you know, damage like I did with the Botox under the eyes. There's always a risk when you go and have these treatments done. Always ask them when you go in, you know, though some of them will say that these here are split pads, and yeah, they might be split pads on some people, and a bit of filler might solve the problem, but well, no, it won't solve the problem. So even if they tell you it's going to solve the problem, it's not solving your problem. It won't appear to make it look better, a bit more plumped out, a bit different, but it isn't going to solve your problem, especially if you've got a split malar here. But yeah, if you're like me and you have got them bags, get them check it properly. You know, if you go to a good reputable place to get your treatments done, they'll know, they'll be able to see. And the last thing you want to do is walk out like I know I'm suffering for it, you know, but I can't blame nobody else. I did it to myself. But yeah, if they don't know what you're talking about, when you say to them, I've got these pads, etc, etc, if they go, oh yeah, well, if they don't know, if they haven't got no idea, walk out, go somewhere else. I can taste that, I'll put it in my mouth. Go somewhere else. You want the person doing your treatments to have the knowledge of what they're doing. You don't want them to you don't want to have no idea. I mean, like I said, I did my own, and I do my own because I'm an advanced aesthetics practitioner. So I'll try out things on myself, luckily enough, before I'll go to do it on anybody else, because that's what we do. I mean, that majority of us, if we're honest, that's why we go into this business in the first place, is because we've started doing it on ourselves. We've started doing these sorts of treatments on ourselves. They've worked, or maybe they've not worked, but the ones that have worked, you want to offer it out to other people and obviously make a little bit of money. But because I get a lot of girls that come into me, they'll have the few treatments done, and then the next few times they come in, they're like, oh, I could do this myself. Yeah, you could do it yourself, and that's why we all started doing it. You know, it saves you a lot of money if you can do it yourself. I wouldn't advise going out after you've tried it a few times and going out and doing it on your mates and being like, yeah, get qualified to do it. No one's saying don't do it on yourself. Do it on yourself. That's your choice. No one's suing you if you do it on yourself, are they? But don't just go doing it on your friends because you think it's worked on me, so it'll work on my friends, because it's not worth it. As much as you think, yeah, this is, you know, this is fantastic. I keep drinking that. It's horrible. This is fantastic. It's easy. It doesn't always turn out the same way for everybody. Just remember that when you're doing it, you know, the next client, it won't work the same way as it did for you, or, you know, they might have a bit of an allergy or anything. You know, you've got to go do full thorough consultations with people before you start putting all this sort of stuff onto the skin. Anyway, and you can see straight away, this is what we want. It goes red. This is what we want, the collagen to come up to the top of the skin. We want it regenerating. We want the blood flow. The blood flow pushing up to the top of the skin is regenerating your skin. This is what we want. Bleeding a little bit. This is what we want. I mean, unless you put this up to top setting and you dig it into somebody's face, you're never going to get what Kim Kardashian does, because that's a lie. That's a lie. It doesn't do that. The blood, you'll never get that much blood on somebody. Never. So, but you can get a little bit, look, as you can see, I don't know whether you can see, you know, if the needle catches you not quite right. You didn't hear any of that, did you? If the needle catches you not quite right, or it goes a little bit too deep, it will bleed. It doesn't matter, because that's what we want. It really doesn't matter. That's what we want. We want the red coming up because we want I don't want to go too far under my eyes. I'm cautious of getting really big. It all swelling underneath my eyes. I'm really cautious of that. But as you're going around the face with this, just remember to, what I'll do is I'll just see what we're on. I have to put the gags on, I have to put the glasses on. Right. I'm up to 1 on here instead of being at 0.25. And I'm wondering why I'm bleeding a little bit. But that's fine because I'm used to it. My skin's used to it. I do it all the time. However, it shows you on there. I don't know whether you can see. The little arrow there, you can see. There. And these are the settings. So, that's on 0.75 now. That's high. That is high. If you're starting off and you've never done it before, please start on a 0.25 and always around your eyes, on your forehead, 0.25. Over there, 0.25 here. It's going to work if you don't. But you can gradually then turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. What you want to see is the redness. You want all this red. You want all your face red. You need the blood up to the top. This is good. This is what we want. I did wonder why I'd gone so red so quickly, but obviously I've not checked what number I'm on. I'm on a 1. But that's good for me because my skin's old. My eyes have gone. My skin's old. You know, it's a shame. It's a shame for us old people. But hopefully this is going to solve that. I have bought a new machine that I am going to show you. It's radio frequency. It's like the Morpheus 8. So it's an RF microneedling. So it's like this. I will show it you. I'll do another video and I'll show you that. It's not the one that pushes the water through. It's the proper radio frequency microneedling. What happens is the needles go in. You don't do this. You don't spin it round. And you put it on. The needles will go in, heat up, come out. Go in, heat up, come out. Now I need that. That's a skin tightener, and it's supposed to be a game changer. Cost me a lot of money, so I'm hoping it is a game changer. Let's have a go at neck. I'm not getting any of this on me. I'm just rolling down my neck. I might do that once I've finished my video because... But anyway, yeah, so this is supposed to be Botox in a bottle. Now, I'm hoping it is because I need it. I need it. I mean, I don't look like it because, like I say, I've done Botox on my head. I did give myself a lip flip too. I'll tell you what happens. So, ow, that hurt. So, you inject a couple of points in your lip, just 1 unit. What happens is, after 7, get to about 7 days. I'm on about 5 days now, maybe 4 days. The lip goes heavy, and it flips out the lip. Now it has. I don't know if you can see. It has flipped it out. It has flipped it out. But I'll tell you what it does. Makes you feel a little bit numb. You know, you've been dentist and you have that numb feeling. It's a bit like that. It's a bit like that, yeah. So, that's better. I can't even feel it now. Put it down to 0.25. You can't feel it. Well, I mean, my skin's tight, but it will be because it does when you do microneedle anyway, doesn't it? No wonder my tash part were hitting. We're on 1 and that's deep, that is. That is deep, that number 1. It is a good treatment, this, though. It is a really good treatment. I am going to be starting to make new videos. More new videos. With it being Christmas and everything. it all goes out at window, doesn't it? And I have been trying to run a couple of businesses as well. I'm trying to run businesses where I can offer out free training to people. You know, people who wouldn't normally be able to afford stuff. And I've been concentrating on that a lot. So, but I will get back on it because I want to show you all that new machine I've got as well. I want to see how that goes. That machine. But the trouble is with them, you have to order the needles from abroad, and it takes them ages for it to come. And what I didn't do when I ordered it, stupidly, is order extra needles at the same time, and I only ordered. I only got the ones that came with it, which there's only 5, and they're all singular. They're all, so you only get one of each size needle. So once I've used the one, anyway, so this is how it's going. I mean, I'm red. I do feel tighter though. I mean, none of the wrinkles have disappeared yet, but, you know, I do feel tighter. I've got more of it in my mouth than I have anywhere else. I'm going over that a few times because that's where I'm getting a bit wrinkly. That's where I'm getting a bit wrinkly. I don't know whether it go over my eyes again. Can you see? I don't know whether it go over my eyes again. I'm not going to go over my Botox because I don't want it to wear off, you know. And I don't know whether you did know, but when you do Botox, they say you get a part where, so you get a drooped eyelid. You can use vibration to try to get the muscle to come back to life. I mean, doesn't always work, but you can, you know, there's no harm in trying, is there? But they do say. I mean, I'm quite lucky, me. I don't really have them. I mean, I do on my forehead, but I don't like around me. I'm not lucky here. I'm really not lucky here. That's just terrible. I don't think I'm ever going to get rid of that. I'm hoping my new machine gets rid of that. Because I shouldn't be looking like that at my age, you know what I mean? I shouldn't have all these marks and wrinkles. Right, I've done enough now, I think. And I'm sort of stinging, so I'll save that bit and I'll rub that bit and I'll do a bit more in my neck. But anyway, so thanks for watching. If you like what you see on my channels, like and subscribe for more content. If there's anything you want me to try out so you can see it, then you don't have to buy it, then drop us a message and I'll see if I can get hold of it and try it for you. I'll put my glasses back on for a minute so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, like I say, I've bought another machine. I'm gonna be doing that soon. I'll let my face settle down, and then I'm going to be trying that out. So I'll make a video and show you all that. But anyway, I'll keep you updated on how this Argireline goes, and hopefully I feel a bit tighter. I mean, I feel tighter anyway because that microneedling does tighten your face. But I'll let you all know. So like and subscribe. See you soon. Bye.